Yes, all desires are insane. Desire as such is insane. Because desire means living in the future. And the future does not exist at all. What exists is the present. To live in the present is the only sanity there is. But to live in the present, you have to drop all desiring. Desire takes you away from now and here. Desire means fantasizing about the tomorrow. Desire means that if this happens, if I can manage this, then I will live. You are sacrificing the present for the future. And the present is, and the future is not. Sacrificing that which is for that which is not is insanity, sheer insanity. But that's what you all are doing. Sacrificing the present for the future. Sacrificing that which you have for that which you have not yet and may not have ever. The tomorrow never comes. All that comes is always today. And you can become addicted of sacrificing the today for the tomorrow. Then you will go on doing the same thing your whole life, always sacrificing the now for something which is not. This is how people are living. That's why their life remains a desert with no oasis. Nothing flowers, nothing blossoms, no fragrance, no festivity. People look so sad with such long faces. The whole earth seems to be suddenly turned very religious. Everybody looks like a saint, so dead, so serious, so sad, that if the old saints come back to the earth, they will be very much puzzled. What has happened? Have the whole world become saintly? Of course, they will find few exceptions, Maya sannyasins. And they will think that Maya sannyasins are crazy. That's how the whole world thinks about Maya sannyasins. Because they are still enjoying, living, loving, dancing, singing. Desires are crazy. They make you sad in two ways. If they are not fulfilled, you will be sad, frustrated. If they are fulfilled, you will be sad and frustrated. In fact, more. Because when your desires are fulfilled, then you suddenly recognize you have been chasing shadows, illusions. You have been trying to catch hold of a rainbow. All that you find is that your hands are wet, that's all. And people go on asking for the impossible. In fact, the more impossible a thing is, the more attractive it appears. Because it gives a more challenge to your ego. The ego is not interested in the easy. It is interested in the difficult. And if it is impossible, it is immensely interested. The ego exists only through the difficult and the impossible. That's why the ego is not interested in God. Because God is the most simple phenomenon in the world. You have not to do anything to achieve God, because He is already inside you. You have not to do a thing. You have just to sit silently and watch and see in, and you will find Him. It is so easy. That's why the ego is not interested in it at all. The ego is interested to climb to the Everest. People are more interested in reaching to the Everest, to the moon, to the Mars, rather than reaching to their own innermost self, because that is no challenge to the ego. God is so obvious, that's why He is missed. Truth is so easily available, that's why nobody is interested in it. Nirvana is now. And the mind is not interested in the now at all. It is always somewhere else. A long time ago in China, a mandarin had 3 beautiful daughters. He wished to marry them off to nobles of wealth and status. In those days, a man's position in society was indicated by the number of dragons embroidered on the front of his robe. The mandarin called his daughters, announced his intentions, and asked the eldest what kind of man she wished to marry. "Ah, Daddy," she said, "I would like to marry a man with 3 dragons on his chest." "Very good," replied the father. "I will arrange it." Then turning to the second daughter, he asked, "What kind of man would you like?" "Ah, Daddy, get me a man with 2 dragons on his chest." The father was very pleased, and turning to the youngest daughter said, "I suppose you want to marry a man with 1 dragon on his chest?" In a voice charged with emotion, she replied, "Ah, no, Daddy. I want a man with 1 dragging on the floor." All desires are insane. The only sanity is to be desireless. The only sanity is to be here now. This moment is more than enough.